Tam, we're going back to talking about understanding men. And I've just decided that this is for me. I don't know about the listeners. This is for me. I want to
Okay.
understand men so much better. And so last week we talked about men needing emotional safe space, and you described
Mm,
it as a catch-22. It's like
mm,
men want to feel emotionally safe, but they also have to live up to the primitive needs that a woman has for them as well. So it's such a catch-22 for y'all to live in those two different spaces.
sure.
Emotionally mature, emotionally safe, but also be the man.
Right.
If I hear something scary, go check it out. If the trash is filled, I need you to be the trash man. Like we want two things that do kind of conflict at times.
Sure. Sure.
And so I'm understanding that because you taught me that. Then how do y'all work through that? Are y'all constantly like flipping a switch, or how do y'all deal with the competing needs that we have as women from men?
Historically, not very well. Uh, this is this is the fodder for a million different stand-up comedians acts and a billion divorces and everything else. And just the age old, she doesn't get me or he doesn't listen. The men are constantly needing to, and this is not an indictment of women in any way, but men have to balance on that knife's edge, strength and sensitivity, right?
Mm.
Like how much, just exactly how vulnerable do I need to present versus how strong do I need to be? Who is going to check out the thing that goes bump in the night? You want that strong man to do that. You also want a man that's going to listen and share and then oversharing. And like, it's all the things. And these are dealing in stereotypes right now for sure. But I think the broad stroke is the balance of the two is really, really hard to achieve. And the Western masculine archetype is one of repression of emotions
Mhm.
and external roughness. And that has led to generations of damaged emotionally, um, poorly adjusted grown men. And that is a cycle. By the way, I'm no psychologist, but that's a cycle that only perpetuates into the next generation, into the next generation. So I mean, it's a really broad question, Nia, but I think it's that. I think it's all the things. You need to be strong. You need to have a safe space. And if I'm propping you up and I'm being the backbone of the family, who's propping me up? And how much are we all leaning against one another? And do I lose any respect or credibility by needing to lean on you as my partner, right? Talking about my wife. That is a question that is always, I mean, that's a huge challenge. It's the type of thing that's been around since the beginning of time.
You don't have to be a psychologist because we have lived experience. Tam, how many
Right.
years have you been married?
It'll be 20 years next April. 19 years. 19 years.
That's a badge for me. That's a degree or two. That's a doctorate in my book when it comes to relationships,
Okay.
right?